Data from the second black box flight recorder belonging to the Germanwings plane that crashed in the Alps suggests that the co-pilot deliberately accelerated its descent, French investigators say. They say Andreas Lubitz modified the automatic pilot system several times to increase the speed of descent. The information they recovered also confirms earlier findings that Lubitz deliberately crashed the plane. All 150 people on board died. The plane had been flying from Barcelona to Duesseldorf on March 24. Pilot locked out. The second flight recorder, recovered on Thursday, showed that the pilot in the cockpit used the automatic pilot to put the airplane on a descent towards an altitude of 100 feet, 30 m, the French BEA crash investigation agency said in a statement. Then several times the pilot modified the automatic pilot settings to increase the speed of the airplane as it descended, it added. Earlier findings from the cockpit voice recorder suggested Lubitz locked the pilot out of the cockpit. On Thursday, German prosecutors said the co-pilot had researched suicide methods and the security of cockpit doors on the internet the week before the crash. Germanwings also said it was unaware that Lubitz, 27, had experienced depression while he was training to be a pilot. Lufthansa confirmed on Tuesday that it knew 6 years ago that the co-pilot had suffered from an episode of severe depression before he finished his flight training. "We didn't know this," said Vanessa Torres, a spokeswoman for Lufthansa subsidiary Germanwings, which hired Lubitz in September 2013. The second black box recovered is the Flight Data Recorder, FDR, which holds technical information on the time of radio transmissions and the plane's acceleration, airspeed, altitude, and direction, plus the use of autopilot. Marseille prosecutor Bryce Robin said it was found near a ravine and was not discovered immediately because it was the same color as the rocks. He said 150 separate DNA profiles had been isolated from the crash site, but he stressed that did not mean all the victims had been identified. Mr. Robin added that 40 mobile phones had also been recovered and would be analyzed in a laboratory, although were heavily damaged. The final minutes. Lubitz began the jet's descent at 10:31, 9:31 GMT, on March 24, shortly after the A320 had made its final contact with air traffic control. Little more than 8 minutes later, it had crashed into a mountain near Saint-Lay Alpes.